Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. You know, it has been quite some time since I have had a full-size multi-tool on the channel. It's been, yeah, it's been a while. Now, of course, we've had a couple of the smaller multi-tools. Couple, made the Big Red's bargain bin. We've seen a couple from Olight. But this one comes to us from it's a brand new company to me. I know it looks like B/Bury, but it's BIBURY, B-I-B-U-R-Y, BIBURY Multi-Tool. Now, this is the Pliers Pro Multi-Tool. It's got a lot of very, very interesting tools. There's a couple really cool aspects of this that I like. So, you pretty much got 3CR13 construction. It's got a little bit of weight to it. We're definitely going to get a weight on this thing here pretty soon. But now, you guys know I carry this small multi-tool with me in my little pouch every day. When I'm working at the wharf, I always have a large multi-tool with pliers on me. It's just, I have a vest that I wear in the wintertime over my jacket, and it's got a little side pocket that a multi-tool actually slides in really nicely, so I'm not carrying it on my hip or in my pocket or anything like that. So very cool, and they come in very handy. And the main reason I carry a large multi-tool is for the pliers. Sometimes the cutters, they do come in handy, but the pliers for sure. Now, we're talking pliers, so let's just open it up and get into it. We'll take a look at all the tools. Like I said, this is the Pliers Pro. You've got the needle knives. You've got your regular pliers. Then you do have your tungsten wire cutters. Now, the cool thing about this is they actually send you a replacement set. And we'll see those here in a little bit. Very smooth. It's not spring-loaded or anything like that. But pretty darn smooth operating pliers. Sometimes we get loads in that we have to pull. They're not, lead seals like you see on the back of a tractor trailer. They're a little bit thinner. But these come in real handy for snapping those off and opening up boxes and such. But so we're on the inside, so let's just take a look at the inside tools. Of course, you got your rulers there. Very cool. Then you have your bit driver, magnetic bit driver. Comes with two Phillips. You got a 1 and a 4, or a 1 and a 2, excuse me. Where's it at? There it is. You got a 1 and a 2 right there. And just slides in, like I said, magnetic, holds it in. It's also got the little popper, detent, holds it in there very nicely, and it is locking. Now, all the tools that I will show you are locking with the exception of the scissors that I'm going to show you. There's your unlock, push it, shut it. Everything else, well, I guess the pliers don't really lock either. But okay. Anyway, now on this side, you've got a multitude of tools. Of course, you've got an awl scraper, you've got a large flathead, you've got a small flathead right there. Then you've got your can opener, of course, and in that can opener, you do have a wire stripper right there. That is all your interior tools, and like I said, those are locking as well. Now, we'll go to the exterior tools, and this is kind of when we get into the cool stuff. So, got a nice big saw blade, locking, liner lock. Obviously, press the liner to disengage. Big old scissors. Now, like I said, the scissors are not locking. They do not lock into place. So, and they are not, it looks like they're supposed to be spring-loaded, but I can't quite get the spring to work. There, maybe. Push it down. They do not lock, as I said. And let's see, let's save that one. Then, of course, you do have your blade. Now, it says the frame and everything is 3CR13. Didn't really specify the blade steel. I am guessing that the tools are 3CR as well. I don't know for sure. I mean, this one, it's decently sharp. not bad. It's decently sharp. So now if it is 3CR, will it hold an edge? Probably not a real long time. You're going to have to sharpen it maybe a little more. It's done pretty good for me so far, so I haven't used the blade a whole lot, have to say that. Now this is my favorite part. You got a little reacher in there. Pop that out, and you've got a two-sided file, but there's something cool about this thing. I always gotta, there we go. Pop it up. You can pop your file blade out and come over to the nylon pouch that it comes with, and we'll show you some of the tools, but you have other saw blades. So pull one of those out, pop it in, lock it down. Now you've got yourself, now it is a little wiggly, as you can see. It is a little wiggly in there, but you got another saw blade. And it kind of rattles around, but pop it in. It will go in both ways. It does wiggle both ways, by the way. So just something to point out. But I kind of like that. I like that it's got, you know, shows some thought. Like I said, you got two different blades there. And if you want to put your file back in, you keep it however you want it. You keep the file, keep the saw blade. But now, back to the pouch real quick, since we're talking about extra tools. They just slide into the side right here. You got other tools. There is your T-handle and your replaceable tungsten clippers with some shims if you need them. And you've got a whole bunch of extra bit drivers. You got hex bits, you got flat bits, you've got T's, and you have spanner bits. So it gives you quite a bit of options as far as extra bits. So nice overall. So now, like I said, I didn't carry this with me, and if I did, I'll be perfectly honest with you, just the way, if I can get a hold of them again, there we go. Just the way these sit in there, I don't think I would carry them in the side pouch like I had them. I mean, that's the way it came, so that's the way I showed you. I probably would not, because I feel like I would lose them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, working on the wharf deck and around a lot of stuff and brushing up against stuff, I just have a feeling I would knock them out and I would lose them. So, you know, I probably wouldn't carry them in the pouch, and if something happened to the wire strippers, well, you know, then we would have to... we'd have to figure something out. That does lock as well, as you can see. Like I said, the only thing that doesn't lock is your scissors. That is the only non-locking tool. Everything else locks into place. So we'll get some quick specs on it. Might as well. So how long do we got? Looks like we're pushing 4.5 inches long. At its widest point, you're pushing about 1 3/4 inches. Maybe just shy of. And I want to get a weight on it, because it does have some weight for sure. Oh yeah, almost 320 grams, or 11.3 ounces. This is the other thing why I really wouldn't want to pocket carry this. And even hanging on my belt, it's a little heavy. Now in my vest, like I said, wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. Now I have a Gerber extension or suspension. God. And NXT here, and I just wanted to see how much that weighed. Okay, 6.7. Now, obviously, we've got a little bit, I don't know, more weight reduction, possibly. But, so, I mean, you're talking a good almost 5 ounces heavier. And, okay, 5 ounces, that doesn't sound like a whole lot. But, you know, if you're carrying stuff around in your pocket, almost 11.5 ounces is pretty heavy. Other than that, you know, like I said, the pliers were my most used for sure. I did use the clippers a little bit for sure. Knife a little bit. Saw, the permanent saw blade. We'll call it permanent saw blade. A little bit as well. Other than that, I didn't use a whole lot of the tools on it. Didn't really have a need to. But Seems like a pretty solid little tool if you're okay with the weight. Some people doesn't bother them. Guys, especially guys wearing tool belts around all the time. This thing's nothing compared to that. But so just wanted to make sure I got that weight out there to you guys. But really, really appreciate it. Like I said, BIBURY, it's been a long time since I've had a full-size multi-tool on the channel. I really, really appreciate you sending this one out. Sells for just over $35 on Amazon. Not too bad overall. If you're just looking for a quick multi-tool, not looking for anything super whammadine, this thing will do quite a bit for you. I mean, with all the extra bits, the extra saw blades, so on and so forth, it'll do quite a bit for you. So, but thanks again, BIBURY. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for stopping by and checking out the Pliers Pro from BIBURY with me. As always, guys, I really wish you have a terrific, terrific day. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. I love talking to you. Till next time, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.